What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have a Cutlass over here and my Camaro on the other side. What I'm doing on this Cutlass, man, I'm just trying to wire it, trying to get the MSD box. And the new MSD box, the Grid 7 or Power Grid 7, all that installed with a nitrous controller. All right, so it's a Small Block Chevrolet, old school Small Block Chevrolet, in a nitrous fed. It's a turbo 400 in this car, slicks. The only thing it needs is an alternator on the street. So let's take a look at inside of it. So I got the dash up here, right? This is all the wiring and everything. I got the diagram. I'm trying to figure this out, man. Yeah, this is what it looks like right now. It looks like a lot. It's not really a lot, but it kind of is. Just really trying to figure out where everything goes. Right now, it looks like a mess, but you know what I'm saying? It does have carpet. Got 2 seats in it. Got the back seat in it too. And once I put the dash back up here, this would be a real deal street car. All he need is an alternator on it, man. It just doesn't have an alternator right now. It's just straight battery. So this is all the nitrous controller wiring right here. Most of this I will not need. Most of the wiring for the box is somewhat complete, most of it. I think everything else that I'm going to use, I have up here, right? As far as your ground, oh, that's not your ground. This one's your ground, power there. Like I need to put clips on it. Shift light. I don't remember what this is, but I gotta go back and look at it again. And some of these wires need to come out, like for the old stuff. Like this right here is for the old stuff, so that can come out. I believe this one could come out, and I just need to trace them to go back. Like this one right here, this one was a ground, I believe. And I'm trying to trying to figure out how they had the trans brake working, because they had. Now you guys let me know if I'm right or wrong or what's going on here. But all right, so this is the steering wheel, and this is their trans brake button right here. But how they had it. I just did that yesterday, soldered it. I need to put this on it. But how they had it was, right, they had this one running to the ground, right? Because this was the ground, and this here ended up going to the trans brake underneath. But it was a ground, so it was like a button for ground. However, the button wasn't grounding. I mean, I don't know if it worked or not. I'm assuming it did work, but you know, a button is just a switch. It just opens and closes a circuit, right? But you had a ground on one end of the circuit and a power wire. Like this one was to, well, actually this one was to 12 volts and this one was the ground. So I'm not really sure how that worked, because when you press the button, then you're pretty much going straight from power to ground, which probably would have popped that a fuse, but I'm not really sure how it worked, if it worked at all. Yeah, I don't know. But how I'm gonna do it now is this one is going to 12 volts over here, so that's gonna be 12 volts. I think that's gonna be 12. No, that's going to the MSD box. So I gotta look at it. Maybe it is 12 volts that's coming off of there from the diagram over there. I know the diagram said launch, and she goes to the trans brake, and then it should go to 12 volts. So maybe 12 volts is coming out of this, but I'm not real sure how that works. So if you understand how that grid works, does the grid send 12 volts, or do you send 12 volts to the grid? It's a blue wire. Just let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right, guys, I'm back in a long time. I ain't even changed clothes yet, still in my uniform, but I'm gonna show you all how to test this coil for this MSD ignition that I put in, because it wasn't firing and I didn't know if I had fire or not, you know. So this is how you test it according to MSD. So this is what we got. All right, so this is the MSD I wired. Right, so everything's wired up, but it wasn't firing, so I was wondering what's happening. So let's test it to see why it's not firing. All right, so here I have is the magnetic pickup, right? So what you have to do is put a jumper in here and tap these, and then you have to take the coil wire off the top, or the wire off the top of the distributor, the coil wire, right? And then put it to a ground or close to a ground. So what I did is I got a screwdriver in here, got it close to the steering shaft. So let's test it and see if it sparks, right? I gotta turn the power back on too. So you have to rapidly tap. All right, you rapidly tap these together, all right? And you see we have spark. So we have power. All right, guys, so that's how you do it. That's how you test for spark. So now I know that it's working properly. We have spark. Spark plug wires are probably just shot, or something in the software that's not keeping it from running. But it's wired, right?
Startled me.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord. This car be kicking my butt. Lord have mercy. I swear, folks. Jesus.